Back at you with another video. Either Joshua fights Usyk first or fights Fury without the WBO belt. Wow. Either Joshua fights Usyk first or fights Fury without the WBO belt. That is what Alexander Usyk's promoter had to say. Because right now, Anthony Joshua is going to face Kurapula because he's the mandatory for one of his belts, right? If he gets past Anthony Kurapula, they're talking about him facing Tyson Fury. But Alexander Usyk's promoter is like, hold up, bro. Hold up. You think you're just going to go fight Fury twice after if you get past Kurapula? Nah, bro. You got to fight Alexander Usyk. Now, I totally forgot about Alexander Usyk, man. I guess I totally forgot about him because he's been very inconsistent recently. You know, he hasn't really been fighting that often, and he hasn't done anything at heavyweight. If I'm not mistaken, he's going to fight Derek Chisora, right? That's going to be a fight that's going to show me where he's at heavyweight. But for some reason, I forgot that AJ has a mandatory, and he has to fight Alexander Usyk. So, in a way, this is a good thing because this just lets me know that there's going to be a bunch of fights in the heavyweight division. You know, you got Dillian Whyte as the mandatory for Tyson Fury. You got the Tyson Fury versus Joshua fight. You got Alexander Usyk versus Anthony Joshua. So that's just more fights for me. But once again, with these mandatories, they want their opportunity. You know, he wants to fight Anthony Joshua because he's the mandatory, just like Dillian Whyte wants to fight Tyson Fury because he's the mandatory and he's going out there trying to get him, you know, he's trying to sue the WBC and trying to enforce Tyson Fury to fight him. So basically what they're saying here is, okay, we'll let you guys fight each other, AJ or Tyson Fury, but you're going to have to fight without the WBO belt. So they're basically saying you're going to have to vacate the belt or they'll strip you of the belt if you don't fight me, right? Which they could do. You know, they could do that. But I would not want that to happen, bro. I would not want that to happen because if that were to happen, then the winner of Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury would not be undisputed, right? The winner of Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury would not be undisputed. Because they will not have the WBO belt. The WBO belt would be around Alexander Usyk's waist. And then they would have to fight him. And the winner of that fight would be undisputed. So that's what sucks. Is if they do this. And if they strip. If the WBO decides to strip Anthony Joshua. Because let's say Joshua decides to fight Tyson Fury next. Rather than Alexander Usyk. They could very well strip him. Although I would imagine he could fight Alexander Usyk next year, right? Because he could fight 3 times next year, couldn't he? He's gonna fight Kurapula later on this year, right? Later on this year. Next year he could fight first things first. He could fight Alexander Usyk. Then he could fight the 2 fights with with Tyson Fury if he gets past Alexander Usyk. And by the way, a lot of people feel that Alexander Usyk might be a difficult fight for Anthony Joshua. You know, so that's really not a foregone conclusion too. That's what I'm really liking about the heavyweight division is fights like I don't think that a lot of fights are foregone conclusions. You know, Alexander Usyk was a beast at cruiserweight. Could he have the same success at heavyweight? Could he beat Anthony Joshua? That's a question mark. I do feel that he might not have the power or the strength to be able to like manhandle the heavyweights. Maybe he won't have the power to make them respect him. Maybe they're going to be more willing to walk him down than the cruiserweights were willing to walk him down because they don't look at his power as much of a threat. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But some people feel that Anthony Joshua might lose to Alexander Usyk. Usyk fans believe Joshua could beat him. I mean, Joshua could lose to him. Again, this just means we're going to have to wait longer and longer and longer for the AJ versus Tyson Fury undisputed fight. But then again, maybe it's not a bad thing because Dillian Whyte is demanding his title shot. He wants that WBC title shot. So maybe it's a good thing that it gets postponed, the Joshua versus Tyson Fury fight, for later on next year, because this will give Tyson Fury enough time to first fight Dillian White, right? Tyson Fury could fight Deontay Wilder. If he gets past that guy, then next year he could start off next year with fighting Dillian White, get his mandatory over with. I believe he beats Dillian White. If he beats Dillian White at that same particular time, Anthony Joshua could be fighting Alexander Usyk, and if he goes on to beat Alexander Usyk, then they could fight each other, AJ versus Tyson Fury. So maybe that's a good thing that Alexander Usyk is like, nah, bro, you're going to fight me first. You're not going to fight Tyson Fury first, or else we're going to strip you. And I don't think Joshua would want to be stripped. I've seen Joshua say that he wants to fight Alexander Usyk. I've seen him say he wants to fight Tyson Fury and Usyk. So I would imagine he'll take that fight. And again, I'm also hearing rumors where they could like, make AJ, make Tyson Fury the franchise champion and Dillian White the legit real WBC champion. No, I don't want that. I don't want Tyson Fury facing Anthony Joshua as the franchise WBC champion, and then the Anthony Joshua facing Tyson Fury without the WBO belt. It's just nonsense. That's why I think maybe it's a good thing. Maybe maybe it would be good if Fury fought Dillian White, so he beats him fair and square, and then same thing goes for Usyk, and they get rid of those mandatories because they both are champions. And when you're a champion, you have mandatories. That's it. You're obligated to fight these guys, or they strip you, or at least they should, right? And then they fight each other. So yeah, what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of Usyk saying he wants to have that Joshua fight? Usyk wants to be. I don't think Usyk's afraid of anyone. Usyk proves to me that he is a true fighter when he fought every champion and every top legit contender in the heavyweight division. In the cruiserweight division that he was supposed to fight. The only guy that he didn't fight that I would have loved to see him fight is that Cuban dude at cruiserweight. That the dude that knocked out that Russian dude at cruiserweight, Dorticus, that fucking dude who knocked out Andrew Tabishi, I believe is the guy who's trained by Floyd Mayweather Sr. and stuff, and the big boy Mayweather gym over there in Las Vegas. I would have loved to see Usyk fight him because that dude's a beast, knocking dudes out left from right. That's the only one guy that I wish he would have fought, but then again, he had lost the fight. That dude he had lost, I believe he lost to Mariat Gassiev, I forgot, it's been a while, but he lost the fight, so that's why I said they didn't fight. Anyway, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Alexander Usyk's promoter saying that, nah, bro, we're not going to allow you to face, what's his name, your boy, Tyson Fury. First you got to fight us, or we are going to be fighting for your vacant belt, bro. Because that's basically what he's trying to say, or insinuating, right? Anyway, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Sub if you enjoyed the video. Also like it. Peace.